Welcome, welcome, welcome. As if the kitten purring wasn't welcome enough. Everyone, now, welcome on in. We're mad as hatters here. It occurs to me that I really should have found a hat. Because that would have made this so much better. Cat in the Hat in time. Gosh. Now, welcome on in, everyone. Justify says hi, I think. He hasn't punched the mic too much, though, so he can stay here for the moment. Oh, hi. Okay. What do you want? Oh, dang it, I jinxed it. There you go. Nah. So welcome on in. Nah. I am a bit tired today. Also, I bumped my mic at some point. He's chewing on the wall. I don't think anyone is informed to justify that there's lead paint in this house. Now, it's generally covered by stuff, but not if you chew on the wall. No. All joking aside, that's in the basement. But, no. So... Crashy smashy the stream. Okay. In any case. Nah. Welcome on in. It's been an interesting week here. I'm very tired. So we are definitely going with a short stream today. Like, we're going to be talking in, like, the 2-hour range. So Stage's alarm goes off at, like, 6 in the morning, right? I think I fell asleep finally about half an hour before that went off. Maybe more like 20 minutes. It was not a good night for sleeping. But, it's not like there were other extracurricular activities going on to make up for it. No. So, I'm on very little sleep. I'm also... At some point, he's gonna pull something out that kills the stream setup. I really hope not. I don't feel like getting up and dealing with him. No, Noodle? Simmer down, Noodle. But nah. So... words and things and stuff. Brain exists, maybe, sort of, kind of. I think we're just gonna go with the mathematician's answer regarding the status of my brain. A brain exists. We're just not quite certain what zip code it's in. I also promised that we are actually gonna play a Hat in Time today. Yesterday we wound up... It was a fantastic stream. Absolute blast. Awesome. It was nominally a witness stream. We finally accepted the reality of the situation and shifted over to just chatting. Nah, it was definitely a good time, and if you're checking this out later and haven't seen that, it's definitely worth hanging out. And taking a look at that VOD. Honestly, with the amount I was talking, it probably works out more like a podcast. Interactive podcast, but podcast territory. Air Caves, my brain is vacationing with yours in the Caribbean. Yeah, clearly. Very clearly. So, A Hat in Time has been fantastic and awesome. So we started off, going to Mafia Town and having all sorts of shenaniganery happen there. That was the first week. And, like, accidentally ganking some dudes, pushing them off buildings, played a few too many rounds of patty cake. Okay, awesome. And then, Mustache Kid, who is not okay. Mustache Kid is not okay. Hey! Oh, hi, Megas. Welcome on in. How are you doing? We're just in the early chunk of the talkie part of the stream. I promise it's not going to be just chatting today. I promise. Nah, so... we're doing a whole bunch of stuff with that. We're trying to get back the hourglasses, which are fuel for our ship. We also had, last week, the Battle of the Birds. Where... we had, like, train murder mystery shenanigans on the one hand with the conductor versus the fantastic DJ Groove over the top. Freaking... God. So much endorsement. So, all sorts of stuff with that. And the thing is, there was a highlight last week that I feel the need to spotlight briefly. Because for all the last session of A Hat in Time didn't go sideways like yesterday's witness session did, I mean like just chatting session, we did spend like half an hour on a little bit of a creative endeavor. So you guys want to see Kitty Bard's passport photo? You want to see our in-universe passport photo? Our bird passport photo? Yep. For reference, by the way. Yeah, that's us. Clearly, we are a bird. Or maybe it's just that because I'm at the helm, we can call me a bird brain. In any case, Erica's asking, who do I want to win between the burbs? I don't know. Honestly, probably more DJ Grooves at the moment, but that's partly because the conductor's been really obnoxious to us. His accent is great. His fake accent is great, but he's been a bit obnoxious to us. DJ Grooves, for all he's misguided, is at least trying to be a mentor. Nah. I think it's about time that we hop into this, especially before Air Caves, like, starts whistling like a kettle of, water as he's sitting there, just the pressure building. Come on, get off! Stop! Get off the main title screen! Come on! Load the damn game! My best impression of you, Air Caves. Wait. Air Caves did tell me not to warm up. Ditto Chew is pleased. Ditto Chew is pleased. That's... It even has our signature on it. It even has our signature. The paw print. Oh my god. Clearly, if I ever replay this, I'm gonna have to go ham on the line work. Because that just makes it even better. Okay, this is a great start to stream. Let's go back. Oh, and we also had a Corgi adventure last time. I forgot to mention the Corgi text adventure narrated by GLaDOS. So... we waited a week for this. I hope it was worth the wait. So, okay. So there's things available here. At least in theory. Except, let's see, we have to buy these. So that'd be 30. That'll be 150. And the battle... Okay, so we need to continue filling the gauge. So we're gonna have to... It looks like it's about 2/3 full, so we're gonna have to fill... We're gonna have to complete at least one more thing there. Also, I have no idea what the damn, like, portal things are, like, properly. I've surmised... What is it? Just... I've surmised some that it's like, you know, find a spot in a level and go jump into it. But I don't know to what end. Might be worth considering investigating things there. Hold on. So this has a portal thing around it. So the orbital indicates a portal. Orbital portal shenaniganery. Oh! More stuff. So we're gonna be bouncing around between worlds, aren't we? Wee woo, wee woo, wee woo. Stage and I have a friend who streamed for a while, who doesn't stream so much anymore, but had things like text-to-speech is one of the greatest ways to troll people in existence, and it's why you will never find it on this channel. This person had, we would occasionally spam him with bits, and yes, I eventually got my just desserts, and I've never spammed anyone with bits since. The worst I've done, I think, is throw a nickel at people occasionally. But... Staged is the awful person who would go with the with talking about George W. Bush. My personal favorite though was wee woo wee woo wee woo wee woo wee woo. Nah. And here I prove I'm not a bot because bots don't sound quite like that. My impression is not that good. So, crash timepiece creates a time rift. So jutting out of a wall. And on a little beach segment. I wonder if we can just... Let's see, what's this? Golden Vault. That's Act 7? 6? Hold up. So we have Act 1. Come on. Can we... Act 2? Okay, so then 3, 4. Begs the question, where's 5? I'm gonna see if we can... We're gonna see if we can find stuff. Actually, this is in the rain. I don't know if we can find stuff in the rain. Hey, welcome on in, Scald. How are you doing? We're just getting started here tonight. I'm replaying a level and seeing if I can find some stuff. I now have a new hat compared to last time, so I can explore some more. Oh, right. I'm spoopy. When I say spoopy. No. I need rain. There we go. Hat switch. No? Can I... Come on. No. No. Okay. Tinsdale. Hand me the hat, Kronk! Wrong hat! Welcome on in, Dinsdale. I appreciate your reference. Now, welcome on in. We're just getting started here, so let's see. I need to remember what all I'm doing. We got a new hat last time. Switch. Whoa! Oh! What? Kuzco, best Disney princess. Absolutely. He even meets all the prerequisites. Like, he's fluent in squirrel. Where's the chipmunk? I might have just screwed up my references. I apologize for any sins I may have committed against referencing things. That's... Oh, wrong. Gosh, this is going to be a recurring theme. Now, welcome on in. No, Kuzco, I'm a dingbat. Why was I thinking... So one of the things that sometimes happens on days when I'm really fried is my name references get really, really screwy. Actually, here's an interesting one. So, my mom was in a car accident at one point while she was in college. Now, she was mostly okay. She wound up with, I think, like a... Yeah, she hurt her wrist or arm or something to that effect. But otherwise, you know, it was a fairly minor injury. You know, a little bit of whiplash, but not, you know, nothing to write home about. Minor concussion, I think. But, she discovered after she went back to school that all was not quite hunky-dory. Turns out that her memory was impacted, but specifically one subset of memory. names and name face links that she had made over the prior, like, I think it was like 12 to 18 months were compromised. Stuff that was further back than that, she was fine. But things that were more recent, she had issues with. Now, the nice thing is that she was in college and in a dorm setting. The reason I say this is nice is because if you walk over to someone's dorm, you know, especially in like freshman or sophomore, you know, dorms, you're gonna have name tags on the door. So she was able to use that to help her tie names to faces indirectly. So literally using someone's door or literally having seen their name in writing and tying them to a physical location. Not literally, folks. Get your minds out of the gutter. But tying it to a physical location or an alternative cue. Something visual or tactile, basically. She was able to rebuild that, but it was really interesting for a while because she'd and for years she was, you know, wind up in a class with someone. It's like, I know, I should know, I know your face. I don't know who, like, I don't know name, which makes it really awkward to get people's attention in a crowd. So yeah, my bad. It's not saying that, like, I have, you know, head trauma or anything that causes name stuff. No, that's just Kitty being a derp. That is completely on, you know, all my fault. Yeah, that's on my head, as it were. But your mind has made its home in the gutter. Thank you very much. Okay, Air Caves. So it's called Maybe Kitty is Best Disney Princess. No. Clearly, the prettiest princess among all the Disney princesses is Ditto-Chew. Clearly. The prettiest princess in existence, and just look at that flair. And he's so happy, that radiant smile. He's got the wave down, too. Like, come on. How can you say no to this princess? God, am I a used car salesman for, like, knockoff Disney princesses now? Is this where we're going today? I don't know how to feel about this. I really don't. There's a thing down there. Like I said, I don't know if we're gonna be able to locate the spots that showed up. Oh, right. I always go here. There's these invisible cubes I can't do anything about. But I always go for them because I see a shiny in the air. God. So one of the... I'm probably going to wind up talking a little bit about the Nintendo Direct at some point, because there's some things that I'm really happy for in it. There's some things I'm rather indifferent towards. But in the end, there's basically 3 things that I'm really happy for. One of which was completely unexpected. But so let's see, Nintendo Direct. No, what was the jump off? What was the jump off point? Kitty, come on. Come on. I had a thing. I just failed the brain. So one of the folks who I wish that I had discovered their content sooner is a larger streamer. Carl Sagan 42, mostly known for doing like Mario Maker stuff. You might have seen him at a GDQ, because he often winds up doing things like Mario Maker races and stuff there. He has a PhD in, I think, microbiology of some variety. Yeah, that's his day job. Then, like, one day a week he streams on Twitch. And his content is also really good in YouTube format, which is usually how I end up consuming it. Yep, Super Mario Maker 2 I'm excited for. That's one of the things. But so... Ow! Ow, stop. I keep falling in the mud. Does this mean that I am a stick in the mud? Oh! Relic! So... Words. I got distracted by shinies. That's actually, the funny thing is distraction by shinies is actually the mental cue for me on this one. It's, well, if you can't get out of the mud. Wait, no, that's a stuck in the mud. I remember that my mom would always, like, refer to my dad if he was being stubborn as being a stick in the mud. So he's my primary association, actually. My dad is my primary association for the phrase. So words. Words, come on. Whoa. So thing is, he's awesome too, because he has all sorts of cool stories, and like you get random facts about virology and stuff if you watch Carl Sagan 42 stuff. But oh, I can't get those now. I was slow. Rip. So his stuff though is pretty fantastic, and he's part of why I'm excited for Mario Maker 2. Because I've been looking at a bunch of the troll levels and stuff that he takes on and grapples with, and I'm like, designing this would be cool. And he talks about some of like the design that goes into some of this stuff, and with how limited the dress code is around here, it's not surprising this place is boarded up. Okay. So, Carl Sagan 42. He's a content producer. He's been streaming for like ever. I think his specialty is in virology, and that's like his day job. He does research on that. Streams like once a week. Fantastic dynamic, and also has really well packaged YouTube content that's made from his streams. So yeah, if you can't catch him live, there's really good options for consuming outside of that. But he one of the things that he talks about is shinies and the Carl box. So shinies are things like, you know, coins or like power-ups and things that are meant to tempt you. Those are shinies. You get distracted by shinies, and he always winds up getting dead because of it. You know, you there's times where he'll just keep dying because it's like, oh shiny, and it'll be a different shiny every time. But so I identify with him on a spiritual level for that one. But this also relates to the construct of the Carl box, which is you follow the shiny, or you follow the path, you follow the big arrow that's leading you astray. You follow it, and you get stuck in the box. It's pretty fun, and especially, so his community is also large enough that they'll like make troll levels and stuff for him. And it's awesome. He'll play a bunch of them. And this also means, though, that, hold up, shinies. The attack of the shinies. Ah. Yay! Oh, I've done that before. I'm supposed to be looking for things here, and I've been terribly remiss. Oh. Mafia vault code. Green vault code. Okay. That's a green vault. So 1 of 6. Oh! That's nice! Oh my god. That's awesome. Come on. Can I... Oh! Hey! Like, I know one of the things that we got talking about the other day was, when we had the witness turn to just chatting stream. Was things like, basically, one of the things we touched on was my philosophy regarding things like content creation and stuff. But honestly, one of the things that they tell you if you start streaming or looking at stuff is go out there, take a look at things, and explore, like, who your role models and stuff are. You know, who do you take inspiration from on this? And quite frankly, the Carl Sagan's style in terms of, like, he's got a life outside of it. It is his hobby. It is his outlet. And he gets to do cool science-y things, or he gets to have these awesome teaching moments. His stuff, in a lot of ways, is some of what really speaks to me the most. Like, yeah, there's other folks who maybe the down-to-earth way that they start talking about things might resonate, or yeah, things like that. But in terms of, like, fundamentally, the folks who I respond most positively to, in terms of, like, if I had to pick a philosophy, that's it. His stuff. He also does a lot of the Super Mario Maker stuff, as I said, and that's something where I have no idea if that's going to ever wind up being a stream endeavor, because if I were to pick that up, I'd have to get it so that I could stream off of Switch, which I don't know if I want to be fighting with console shenaniganery, but I at least want to start doing stuff like that. That's part of why I was excited with the Nintendo Direct, is I was really hoping that they would have Super Mario Maker 2. Because if you take a look at some... Yeah, you need a capture card and everything. Yeah, that's... I would also want to be doing a lot of learning. Because one of the reasons I keep mentioning his content is because part of me wants you to go and take a look at the Rube Goldberg shenanigans. Anyone who loved some of the pitfalls and stuff that happened in La Mulana 2, or some of just the crazy creative ways that things can kill you or jump out at you, and not like jump scare way, but in terms of, like, challenges to overcome and stuff like that, and having all these cool setups going, like the crap that they do with things like music blocks and P switches is insane. I want to learn how to do that. But not just so I can make what they're doing there, but because there's a whole bunch of ideas that are kicking around my head in terms of, like, series of things to put together and just fun things to make. Megas, Super Mario Maker, you either make recreations, puzzles, or Kaizo levels. Yeah, see, I would be definitely more looking to come up with things like cool puzzle levels and things like that. And yeah, one of the things that's also funny is... This is something that folks... this is a little bit of hearsay off of folks who have more familiarity with the community in general than I do. But one of the things that you find in stuff like the fan games community, especially things like I Want to Be the Guy fan games, is folks talking about how there's not enough good ones. Like... but you have to make them if you're going to do so. But doing so, it's this big daunting thing. And there's all this open-ended stuff, but the fact of the matter is that in a lot of ways, you give someone a limited tool set, and that drives a certain amount of creativity. You know, it's not saying that, you know, you can only have creativity in a setting where resources are limited, but that can sometimes help. It drives the optimization in different directions. You stop saying, oh, if I only had these 20 zillion other things, and you start focusing on what's in front of you and doing all sorts of cool stuff with it. Fundamentally, things like Super Mario Maker that, yeah, have a whole bunch of tools at their a whole bunch of tools available, but are still fundamentally, you know, there is a finite set of tools. Yes, there's all these interactions and stuff that you can do, but the tool set is finite. That drives a whole lot of awesome creativity, and I want to get in on that. Like, not for any... I just want to make cool things like that. I want to learn how to do that. Megas, you remember someone making an addition calculator in Super Mario Maker? Yep. No, there's some crazy stuff out there, and, like, logic switches and stuff that are, like, properly made and put together. So you get basically the physical, spatial implementation of logic switches and things like that. That's cool. There's a dude you've been watching YouTube videos of who does a lot of 100 Mario Super expert runs. Really neat stuff pops up, and a lot of, in his words, hot garbage. Interesting to know what constitutes hot garbage from the perspective of a proficient player as opposed to a layman. Moi. I mean, look, technically a deck of cards has finite elements, but there are still 52 factorial ways to order them. Unique ways. Yes. No, but that's part of what's awesome to me, is... There's something fascinating in that how quickly does a set of finite elements, 10, 12, 20, 30, at what point do you hit just that spiraling complexity level where there's all these different ways to configure it? And that's literally just talking about what amounts to a one-dimensional ordering problem. Things can get placed on a line. They can be placed before things or after things, etc. You're talking about that sort of stuff. You're not even getting into the spatial permutations and combinations. It's awesome. And it's also cool because even if someone's figured out how to do this neat trick with this, or this stuff with this, you can always find new ways to implement it and stuff. Like, one of the things that I gotta admit, in the past, I would have sat there and gone, Super Mario Maker, really? But that's partly because the folks that I'd been exposed to playing it were friends dirtling around at parties and just trying to obliterate each other and doing just dumb stuff like that. It's not to say that there isn't a place for that, but the thing that really gets my gears turning is seeing these crazy Rube Goldberg contraptions just that turn into these death traps that are awesome, and that you're riding around the stage and you got to figure out what to do with them. It's a spatial and temporal puzzle. That's cool. Nice version of that really grinds my gears. But seriously though, like, it reminds me of some of the things that really that are really awesome about mathematics to me. For all that most of my experience is in the applied, when you start getting to the fundamental building blocks of the abstract, you start off with these basic axioms, and you start building new things. It's, in some ways, it winds up being almost like working on Legos. You're building something new out of Legos, and you're using these axioms, these pieces, and putting them together in ways, and building these other components out, that these sub-assemblies that then are used as part of a greater whole, and you wind up putting something together. Now, in mathematics, if you're doing novel work, you may not quite know what you're building. You just start, you have an idea of where it might go, but you just start working through the logic and building things up and seeing where it takes you to some extent. Not strictly. And this is not representative of, all experiences in it. But in terms of conceptually, that's one of the things that's fascinating to me. It's right up there with, if you're talking about combinatorics and stuff, and you're building up, how to figure out probabilities and stuff, and basically where that all ties into things like set theory and stuff. I wish I knew more about that. Like, I've got rudimentary understanding, but I wish I knew more of that. Because it's fascinating to see how you go from a stupid problem in your probability and statistics class, about, not strictly stupid, it's the basic model sort of stuff about, pulling socks out of a drawer or things like that. And seeing how those eventually become things like the Bayesian filter that is used to filter your email, where it's learning, you're training it, it's using these priors based off of, what you've deleted before. What is the probability that, given these features, that a given piece of mail that is looking at is going to be spam? Based, at least according to your definition, according to how you have trained the filter. The fact that we have stuff like that can learn, that ties into things like the concepts of like machine learning and stuff like that, is awesome! It's fundamentally awesome! Now, so in a lot of ways, Super Mario Maker winds up being the, I want to build cool things and puzzles and play with, and just literally, it's, I guess building a really cool puzzle or Kaizo level is basically trying to sit there and build with virtual Legos some crazy Rube Goldberg contraption that is still winnable against, but that obliterates your friends in the process. Or your chosen, targets of choice. Chosen targets of choice. Wow, I'm really rocking. I have some fun strong rhetorical moments that pop up, and then I just have... Dear God. How rube. Seriously, I need to write that down. Because... Tell you what. You can clip this, save this, and throw this back in my face. The first, like, serious attempt... Because I'm getting Super Mario Maker 2 when it comes out. As I said, it's not gonna be necessarily a stream thing, or at least not in the short term. It might be something where after several months, you know, maybe saving up a little bit, and seeing where we are, seeing where the queue is. Always gonna be 20 miles long and growing, but that's, especially if I keep talking like this, we're gonna see growing, and it just, if we hit a point though, the first level, though, that like I published that is a serious attempt that has any kind of Rube Goldbergian element. I don't care if the name is taken. If I have to come up with some creative way to make it happen, I'm naming it that. And you can clip this and throw it back in my face later. I will go on the record for that one. How Rube. May not... It's... Yeah, nah. Come on, if we look at my stream titles, we know that I will sometimes go for shameless puns and stuff like that. I am completely okay with advertising that we are doing dumb things with a name like that. And like I said, I need to learn some stuff. So there's, let's see, there's a thing down there. I have no idea where I'm even running around. Like, I keep just running around and picking up shinies, and I'm sort of idly looking for something that may or may not be visible right now. BRB clipping. Okay, so there's a thingy over there. That would be a relic or something? So at that point, the question is how to get there from here. And it's New Jersey, all right. There was a beach that had one thing on it, and I don't know if it's this. Oop. Gloop. I also don't know if it needs to be sunny or whatnot, because the pictures were when it was sunny out. I don't know if it has to be, like, the appropriate weather. I really hope not, because I know that no one likes going to the beach in the rain, but come on. I'm looking for shinies. This is a dock. Oh no, it looked like there was some sand down there. Okay, that was concrete. Welcome on in, Ender. How have you been? I know I'm getting very distracted today. But, I mean, then again, how else would we know it's me? There was a shiny that was back that way that I was gonna get. We're picking up more yarn. Where was my shiny? He's up on a... Let's see, we're gonna start launching. Go wee 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 all through the sky. Oh, I missed that jump again. I think I tried to make that earlier, like way back at the start of stream. Rip. Let's take two. Okay, so that jump may not be. I'd have to lunge into it because I can do the dive if I remember the button. That's always the problem. Don't forget the dash. Yeah, see, that's exactly what I was just talking about. So that's brewing yarn. So that's a shiny that we already have a bunch of. But it means that the moment we get hats, we're going to be able to make them. So where... Oh, where was my shiny? Ah! Oh, I bonked. I bonked. She bonk. Okay. So where the heck was my shiny? And And then there's this stuff, which is clearly something that I don't have a hat for yet. Which I should probably, before I do too much more, like, hunting for things, I should probably, like, progress until we have said hat. But that would also be logical. Ow! I didn't think I'd bonk there. I thought I was going to be able to clear the fence. We need more hats. We always need more hats. Tell you what, if I can't figure out which way is up regarding finding the shiny that I'm hunting... Wait, did I ever... There was a vault. Did I open the vault? There's a green vault. And I straight up do not remember. And Dinsdale is back. Now with video evidence. Okay, so hold on. Standing here. Oh. It's having some issues if I'm... Okay. Ew. Ow. No, crows are obnoxious. You were wondering when I would notice the vault. Well, the thing is, I was collecting... I noticed that if I go up to a vault, right? Then I get these fantastic, you know, trails of colored light to lead me to where the things are. I don't know if I can... Let's see, what do you have currently? I have a bunch of shinies. Scooter and cooldown reduction. That's 200, that's 250. We have enough. So we have a scooter. We're gonna get scooter. What's with the twitchy glitchy people? I got no idea. I know that they are that's my shops. So we're gonna get the Fast Hatter badge. I can't even put that many badges on right now, I don't think, but we've got to check out the scooter. Okay. So now so let's see. That's the hover badge. So we can have 3 badges on. We're gonna, for now, I like the magnet badge. And for all of this one's nice, we're trying out the scooter badge. Oop. If I can... So... what's the button? Oh! I love this. We have a scooter. Guys. Progress is never happening ever again. I hope we realize this. Like, collectively. That just... This is Distraction Junction, but this is totally okay. This is a beach. Son of a beach. It's a beach. Not to be confused with It's a Me. There's... Okay, so we just proved it doesn't have to be in weather. Or rather in the weather conditions. It just has to be the location. So I have no idea what that's gonna net us. Fun fact! And we got what we needed in the stream. Son of a beach is a location in Kingdom of Loathing. Why am I not surprised? Stage has been telling me that I should play Kingdom of Loathing for ages, and he's probably gonna pop up in chat right about now, just to reinforce the point. He's been telling me that for ages. I think part of it is rose-tinted glasses, but yeah, I've been a dunderbutt and a slug and a whole bunch of other things. So this is a place. No, I'm what? Huh? Nah, I'm more poking fun over stuff. Let's take a look at what do we got here.
Hello, little child. This is Mafia Time Rift. Timepiece hit Mafia in head, and now Time Rift filled with Mafia thoughts and dreams.
How has no one shanked us yet?
This Time Rift is simple.
Because you'd think that everyone's dreaming of being a made man.
Just how Mafia like it. Rules of Time Rift. If
Take a
you
nap on
die,
that pile of
you
rainbow
start
fishies.
over. You need rift ponds to go deeper.
Rift ponds.
That is all the rules. Please tread carefully.
So you
in
can sleep with
Mafia
the
Time
fishes.
Rift. Mafia like to experience past.
So, I have no idea what this means. We're just gonna... Okay. We go boink. Oh, that's probably the number that I need, is the hatch. Okay. I don't know if getting bonus is going to be, like, a good idea for us. That's also a thing. So that's gonna be... So per rift, that is a collectible. Bonus is a good idea. Okay. Duly noted. So I think that is exhaustive for this level. Gotta catch them all. Real talk, I'm waiting for a mainline, like, Pokemon title on the Switch. Like, I have not gotten to play a, Okay, so... Whoop. There we go. Did the thing. Boom. Got it. Did the thing. How do I know you were playing Let's Go Pikachu? Look, I know that the Let's Go titles are technically Pokemon games. So, the last mainline Pokemon game that I was able to play was, I got Pokemon Black. I never had a 3DS. So, I've missed the remake of my favorite region. That is, the Hoenn region. So, the Alpha Sapphire remakes. And... obviously, because you're not recording scenes. I want to be able to play one. Like, I know that... God, one of the worst things that happened to me in Pokemon games was learning about EV values. Effort values. It was one of the worst things that could have happened to me. That and, like, being able to go Google base stats. On the one hand, it's nice to know that, you know, if I'm going to pick a Pokemon, whether it's going to be viable or not. But it was more fun when I didn't have to think about it so much, and I didn't have to think about things like egg moves and breeding things and stuff. Yeah, Dins is right. Stage, you missed Din's fucking Kingdom of Loathing. Scald, you pick the ones that are cute. Generally, yeah. So I balance good with I like their design. Whether it's because it's cute or awesome. Like, dumb as it is, Chandelure from the one generation. Some people were sitting there going like, oh my god, it's a stupid Chandelier. No, it's a fire ghost Pokemon and it's freaking awesome. Like, stuff like that, though. Like, one of the ones that I liked from one of the recent gens, I've never gotten to play with it. What is it? Dragalge? It's like the dragon poison one that looks like one of the seahorses that masquerades as a piece of kelp. That's awesome! Yeah, Pokemon's really strange when you try to optimize Sky. I'm with you on that one. You know, natures and abilities and stuff. Although one of the things that I was proud of as a kid is so I would battle Pokemon with my friends, like before school in high school, or before the start of the school day in high school and things like that. And there was one guy who he was so freaking proud of, oh god, what's the Weavile? He was so proud of his Weavile. He put it together. He got tilted over my Espeon at one point. and he was so salty about it. The salt levels knew no bounds, though, after, So he was trying to get to the point of beating it, and my Espeon kept beating this was an optimized Weavile, and somehow I kept pulling victories out of my ass. But the thing that really got him was the day that my brave bird Crobat that I had intentionally bred, which meant that you had to breed from a Staraptor, and then I had to find, you know, good nature, good IVs, individual values, so the underlying modifier, the Pokemon specific, rather, the individual Pokemon specific values and stuff like that. I had to get a good one to breed the egg move onto it, so that I think it was Crobat with, it was U-turn, Brave Bird, I might have gone with something like Cross Poison and Fly, that was just, oh my god, attack and speed. He was so salty when stuff like that kept on outspeeding the Weavile and one-shotting it too. Like, it sucks. I don't like reveling in other people's, like, pain and suffering. But every once in a while, there's that one kid who is absolutely infuriating to deal with. Like, even if you don't get angry, you just, like, as a rule, if you as a person don't get really angry, you don't delight in, like, true suffering on their part. But if they're trying to do something to be an absolute, you know, tool to other people and being just a butt face or a snot waffle, it feels kind of good to just nah. It just rolls off your back. I'm sorry. Did you do something? So, catching up a sec. Dins, you put most emphasis on the nature of the mons you use, secondarily looking at IVs. When I'm starting a new one, I basically look for not trash IVs. Can I not have single digits in important stats? But that's also part of one of the ways that I enjoy playing Pokemon games the most now is actually Nuzlockes. So Nuzlockes are a style where, I don't know how familiar everyone is with them, but Nuzlockes are a style where every route or location, every route or city that you go to, you can catch at most one Pokemon. Now there's, the idea is you catch the first one that you see. Some folks add the modifier of unique, so for example, if you've already caught a Rattata and you find a Rattata on another route, you can mulligan. There's shiny clauses, etc. But the thing is, you get one Pokemon per route or city, etc. Basically in-game, like, area. And on top of that, if they faint at any point, because usually you can just, like, revive spam and stuff if you're really struggling in a Pokemon game and use that to force your way through things. Except here, if a Pokemon ever faints, it's dead. As in, you release it. It's dead. You treat it as dead. You can never use it again. I enjoy, like, for all that it's stressful and stuff in its own way, it requires a different kind of optimization if you're familiar with the title, or you wind up with the blind experience if you're walking completely blind to do it. I've never done a blind Nuzlocke, but I have done them on titles that I'm familiar with, and I've really enjoyed it, for all that it can be heartrending and awful, especially, heaven forbid, your starter dies. But it's fun. Adding additional constraints can be a really nice way of breathing life back into a game. That's the same sort of idea as things like doing if you're doing Kingdom Hearts stuff and you've gotten used to playing Kingdom Hearts 2 and you really enjoy it. Maybe one of these days you decide to be one of those bonkers people that decides to try a level 1 critical run and you start learning all the cool stuff about it. That's cool. So, oh god, chat got away from me. I need to go off the game window a sec so that I can scroll up. Whoops. True, now there's ways to max IVs after the fact. Yes, that is a very nice thing. The fact that they've made it easier to manage stuff like that makes me much happier, and it's one of the reasons why I'm interested in playing one of the more modern titles. Sky, like, the way you breed hundreds of Pokemon to get good IVs is just bizarre with the rest of Pokemon's theming. Yeah, that honestly is one of the things that gets me. and I think it's one of the reasons why I enjoy doing Nuzlockes, is because it gets back to that idea of, you know, you think of the show and stuff, the anime and all of its other stuff, you know, each Pokemon is important. They're not just, you know, interchangeable parts, they're not just disposable, etc. But the games drive a very different optimization. It's one of those interesting, like, narrative and conceptual versus gameplay juxtapositions and malalignments. Not saying it's a bad thing, just saying it's not a good alignment. Or strictly a good is a bad word. Use better words. It's not a smooth joint in the alignment. It doesn't line up properly. Scald. Well, the problem with that kid is that his neighbor's uncle's sister works at Nintendo and will get you banned. Yeah, see, never had that problem. You're the only one who actually beat us. The Elite Four college, yeah. So Air Caves, prompt me for a sec on the Elite Four story. Once I catch up. So, ID 10T errors, yeah, that's my existence, Magus. Why you gotta at me? Sky, you actually spent the time to get a good battle team in Ultra Moon. Natures are a bigger influence than IVs. But it's one of the things that's really fascinating about it is actually that for all that people optimize for the absolute highest stat on some things, realistically, in a lot of cases, the IV seems to matter more on low stats. So, for example, if you're maining a Blissey on your team, which is a big old cushion of HP that has solid special defense, you got to make sure that it has every ounce of defense it can get, though, because their defense presents all the resistance of a wet piece of tissue paper. You know, heaven forbid they see a fighting move. Oh dear God. But, and I'm not even talking like a competitive setting, I'm just talking in general. If you want it to hold up, then you got to make sure that, you know, you do everything you can for its defense. So you do, you know, all the stuff with effort values, and yeah, maybe you don't go for a favorable nature on that. I personally, I think when I made a Blissey, I had a favorable nature on the special defense, maybe because I realized it was going to be a larger magnitude difference or something like that. I forget how the formulas work off the top of my head. I could figure it out retroactively. Yep. Disney'll talk about you did a pseudo Nuzlocke-ish thing when you played Ultra Sun for the main game. If Pokemon fainted, you had the very next turn to revive it or else consider it dead. See, that makes some sense too. You also ran an only female battle team. Why? Any particular reason? You just rolled the female starter and decided to just make a thing of it? Air Caves, one Nuzlocke, you were the dragon tamer with Flygon, Goodra, Druddigon, and Dragology. Oh, dragon types are fun. Scott, trying to remember what your Ultra Moon battle team was? So, okay, so Air Caves is filling in, and I'm going to fill in off of his chat story as he puts it forward. So, but it ties back to a LAN party. It was one of the earlier, like, points in my being friends with Air Caves, as well as Denku and Karanaron. That was earlier on. So, so, but I'm excited for being able to play Pokemon mainline titles again. Like, that makes me inordinately happy. So Air Caves is talking about, it was a LAN party at school. It was, was it a twice a year LAN party or was it annual? I don't even remember anymore. But it was LAN party stuff, run by the gaming club. And so Smogon. No, it's not Smogon. No. Why am I thinking Smogon? Hold up. What's the damn app? Air Caves, help me out. Twice a year. Pokemon Showdown, there we go. Pokemon Showdown was the app, which is a free, you can download it and do basically virtual face-off against other folks, you know, online, locally, etc. So I was like, sure, let's go for this. And so Aircaves was the vice president of the gaming club at the time, and there were 5 e-board members. So for one of the LAN parties, they had the Elite Four and the Champion, which is just good flavor, you know. Yeah, I'm pretty certain you're right, Aircaves, that it was like dark, water, fighting, grass, and then the Champion was ground type, because they all got to pick their favorite type. And percentage base, yeah, did so. I think I went with a plus special defense nature, so that it was shored up on that front, because you can't do a plus HP nature. So I think I did that with every ounce of everything that I could get into defense. Basically, you use the fixed addition to modify the defense, and you use the percentage based to modify the larger numbers. So Aircaves, since he was the vice president, he was number 4. So and his favorite type is grass. Like, let me tell you, get this kid talking about Meganium. I dare you. So he wound up being the hardest member somehow. Which I think if I actually went through and figured out the logic of it would probably make more sense given the type composition, because there's something that's bugging me about the type composition that is being presented as this Elite Four and the order now. So dark, water, fighting, grass, and then ground for the Champion. But yeah, Aircaves only let 2 people by. I was one of the first people to challenge them, and then I lost once early on, and then I lost once early on, and then I made one swap because Denku was using, I think it was a Duskull. No, not Duskull. No, Dusclops. There we go. Dusclops, the middle evolution of that series. He was using that, I think, and I'd seen him use it, and I was like, I like that, and I swapped that out for one of my team members. You could have like one mega, and yeah, there were all the usual rules. I ended up bringing Mega Pinsir. This was an exception to, if I'm going to be playing with a Pokemon long term, like in a game, I really am picky in certain ways. But in terms of the Pokemon Showdown stuff, I went more optimized and leaning away from fun design things than I normally would. I think I ran Sylveon, Mega Pinsir, oh god, is it Ferrothorn or is it the evolved one? Dusclops. Oh god, I can't remember the other 2. But, no, I didn't use Mega Beedrill. But I did have Crobat and Volcarona. Yeah, Crobat was one of my shameless I'm taking this picks. But Volcarona is also one of my shameless. I really like it. I'm really salty that in that generation you get Volcarona so late. No, it wasn't Beedrill. It was Mega Pinsir. The reason why I know it was Mega Pinsir is because what is its ability? Aerolate, which turns all normal moves into. The point is, it turns all of its normal moves into one of its types. So you get the same type attack bonus, and then I used Frustration with that. It was really brutal. Half my team destroys grass. Denku had beat. Okay. In any case, it was a fantastic time, but it was kind of funny because like this random chick out of nowhere comes in, and I lost the first one the one time, and if you lost, you had to restart way back at the start. I lost the first one, but then I made the one swap on my team, and I just went. I thought that it was it was better flavor. Hey, just everyone take a look. If you don't know what Mega Pinsir looks like, Google it really quick. Take a look at how angry he looks. Come on, you gotta go with Frustration. Yes, I had full control over setting what his friendship value was, but I had to go with Frustration. He's an angry bug. He is an angry bug. I had to. I promise we're gonna move. On the upside, this is a refreshing change from pause.strim. It is stand.strim instead. That is not a bug to be trifled with. Yeah, no, like, I had, are these guys dangerous? SS, none of your business. Yeah, gameplay happens sometimes here. Occasionally we start, you know, doing things, doing the thing that we even intended on, you know, doing when we started this. Things like gameplay. Every once in a blue moon I do it just to surprise y'all. There's a thing back here. Oh wait, I do have enough for this. I was sitting there and I'm like, why isn't the hatch open? But then I was just too far away from it. Half of why we ended up distracted there was because I was trying to play for time and just think of where things could be hiding here. Why am I like this? Also, I apologize that the number of thingies is hidden. We have 2 of the thingies currently.
Has little girl noticed that unspent rift pawns are kept each floor?
Hey!
You need to get every single pawn. With luck, Mafia has opened entrance to next floor for you.
Mafia is helpful. And true, I did get the picture book page. So, okay, high up is always a good bet for collectibles, right? Now, the problem is, have I already passed up the area where the other one is? We have one more of these pictures that we need to find. Something tells me that I am SOL. No, I don't want an answer. Like, unless the answer is literally like, look up idiot, I don't want the answer. Look up idiot is funny, and that's allowed for comedic value on this one. Also, toot toot. Noom. Look up idiot. Oh. Oh. Well then. Oh, okay. The problem is that I know how I can be with spot checks. It's called, okay, I looked up, idiot. It says... Idiot. Dictionary result for idiot. Informal. Informal noun. A stupid person. Synonyms. Fool. Ass. Halfwit. Nincompoop. Dunce. Dolt. Ignoramus. Cretin. Imbecile. Dullard. Moron. Simpleton. Clod. More archaic. A person of low intelligence. I don't see dingus and dunderbutt there. Clearly this definition is not satisfactory. Okay, so let's hop into the... Oh my. Okay, let's not get... Kitty got run over by a meathead! That's what they're gonna be singing at my funeral. Whee! Okay. So we get all the thingies. There's one more thingy coming up. It's not this one. It's this meat. Oh god. Noom! The scooter! Okay. So now... what next? I'm gonna go with the line is part of the answer to that. No, that isn't listed either. Clearly we need to update the dictionary, guys. Okay. So I don't know if there's a thingy-mabobber here. I'm failing spot checks. Can we open the door? Or are we gonna have to wait like, yeah, 20 years? Totally not a Kingdom Hearts reference. Totally. So, take a look around. How many did this for? Okay, so we have 2 spare. We're slowly incrementing here. Oh, that's a whoop. That was a skill shot. Why? How you do this? They're being meanie pants. Which hat? Oh god. Oh god. Crap. I need to not stand in the line of fire. That was the, hey, we need to do trash alarm. So, it's trash night, folks. Yay! If you go splat when you have the feather, then you're doing it wrong. Things that I learned from La Mulana, not nearly well enough. As evidenced by my frequent splats in La Mulana. But maybe that lesson can help me in other games. No splats. Kitty no go splat. I still don't trust, like, I haven't found more thingies. Maybe it's just that I'm blind. Probably just that I'm blind, but, well, let's go. We still have 2 excess pawn thingies, and we're at 5 out of 6 book bobbers. I don't trust this. So, I found thing. Thing is obtained. Mafia's Grand Voyage. What? Beep beep. So we have 1 left. Yeah, you were 5 out of 6 here for a really long time. Okay. I have no idea. Move very fast. Oh, okay. Right, we've run into those slots once before, and I had no idea what I was doing with them. And I still had no idea what was going on here, because I'd forgotten, because that was week 1. Yes, there's a thing. We're gonna get... Whoa. Wait. Ah. Okay, that's cool. I don't know if we're gonna go with the swag colors or not. Did I just say swag colors unironically? I'm sorry. Cat!
Oh, hey! Hope you don't mind me
Oh,
using
hey!
your kitchen. I figured I'd treat you to some nice earth food, since you're an alien and all.
The cat is still the head. Like, when it starts going... God. I love this. I love this character.
Are you a steak kind of person, or a veggie kind of person?
Meat. Veggies are yummy. But I will never say no to steak. Unless you cook it to, like, well done, and then I The descriptor that my dad and I often use to describe our favorite doneness of meat is almost mooing. That said, he prefers stuff. So my dad's favorite style of like meat and stuff is Pittsburgh rare. The problem is it takes a really hot flame to get Pittsburgh rare. Dinsdale, you definitely don't want to mistake Kappa. No, my dad's favorite way to have stuff done is Pittsburgh Rare. So, you know, the different nutnesses are like basically how much pink there is in the middle and reflects what internal temperature the meat has reached. Or what, like, temperature range. But my dad's favorite is Pittsburgh Rare. Pittsburgh Rare, you have to have a really hot fire. So we're just gonna answer steak a sec.
Well, I hope you're not looking to
So,
cook up some earthlings
food
anytime
safety wise,
soon.
right? The biggest risk factor whenever you're dealing with food in a food prep environment is surface area. Things that are exposed to other surfaces are generally the biggest risk. Now, yes, there's things like botulism and stuff that can crop up in canned goods, etc. But most of the goods you're dealing with are going to be like fresh and stuff. That's why like salads and stuff are a really bad, are really a big risk in terms of food safety stuff unless they're properly handled. Yeah, they're not necessarily the ingredients are not necessarily going to be kept at temp because you're just going to have a massive bowl of stuff that's pre-prepared and you just sort of scoop it out and throw it in a lot of settings. You start thinking of like a buffet style. In that case, you've got, if you're dealing with raw veggies and stuff, those are also going to be high risk, right? Because if something is cooked, you think of, you hit certain temperatures and different bacterium die. So salmonella, the classic number is 165. Or at least that's the one that most people operate on. It helps that chicken actually has a change in texture that happens right around then. So it's a nice, easy, clear indicator on that one, at least after you cut into it. But the goal is to not impinge upon the meat if you're working with it. The less you impinge upon the meat, the safer it's going to tend to be. So something like now when I'm talking about like surface area and stuff, a product that's ground is automatically significantly higher risk and really does need to be cooked to a higher temp. Because you take all that, you take a cut of meat that originally only has, you can figure it out, assume a cylindrical piece of meat, whatever, you figure out the surface area and stuff, and the surface you can readily get to a high enough temp. That's fine. Heck, that in a lot of ways, that's the easy part, is getting the surface to a sufficient temp. The trick is getting the inside to the appropriate temp relative to that, depending on what doneness you want. But anytime that you do something like cut the meat or pounding it out can impinge upon it because you break the fibers open and you expose deeper portions of it. Anytime that you stick something like a thermometer in it, you're naturally going to be impinging upon the meat. Impinging basically means just stick a thing in there. Something like ground beef, if you've ever heard someone talk about food safety and stuff with respect to eating out, and you go to something like a restaurant where there's, basically, unless you really trust the kitchen, you get things to a certain doneness. And if you're talking about something like ground beef, then you're going to at least go to like medium to medium well to make sure that it's sufficiently safe. And even then, it's better the meat than the cheese if we're talking cutting. Dang it, Dinsdale. But no, like in terms of just a general looking at it from a risk profile of risk exists. Anytime you're dealing with a cut of meat in a food prep environment, there's risk associated with it, cross-contamination and things like that. But the problem that you run into with... I'm trying to think of how I even got onto this. So basically, if you never impinge upon the interior portions of the cut of meat, though, provided it hasn't gone like real bad, provided you're still like in happy fresh territory, that's comparatively safe. You wind up with some things like there's certain parasites and stuff that can wind up in there, but so long as you're careful about it. Team is meat spelled sideways. So, thank you, Scald. But so you can have, sure, there's strictly non-zero risk. But if you're careful about your food prep environment and you're sure about the source of the meat in question, so long as you get the outside to a safe temp, and I'm talking the outside is in like the surface layer and like a little bit past it, to a safe temp, you're okay. If you know what you're doing. My dad taught food safety courses for years, actually. Like, I'm doing a bad job of representing stuff at the moment. But he's worked with a lot of food safety stuff in commercial environments. So this was a very down-to-earth view of it. But no, so his favorite cut though is Pittsburgh Rare. Pittsburgh Rare, you have to have a very, very high heat because you basically, as fast as you can, char the outside of the cut black. Like, you want that burnt, practically, and just cook to a crisp. But the inside is still like cool, barely warm sort of territory at most. So if we call something like, you know, rare or medium rare, you know, almost mooing, that's actually mooing. Like, chop it off the cow, throw it through a hot flame, and drop it on my plate.
Anyway, I hope my dish is ready before you leave. I want to see how great a dish
No.
I can cook using an alien stove.
One of the worst mistakes I ever... God. So... One of the things that should have been a death knell, should have been a sign. So the shitty ex, right? The abusive ex. Here's a quick little story. So I ended up visiting his and his parents' place. He still lived with his parents, you know, college students and all that. I ended up visiting them at one point, and he always he would add salt to like any food you put in front of him. Like, you take a properly seasoned dish and he'd like dump salt on it, which is not in and of itself a crime. You can learn to you can readjust your palate to push for less salt. That's fine. But he got twitchy over meat being anything less than well done. This is not how I cook. That said, the first person who jokes about rare chicken in chat is going to get a 5-minute timeout, and I'm not even joking. We don't joke about that. So, in any case, but, the thing is, you're walking a fine line, dear. You're walking a fine line. Here's the thing. He knows he's somewhat protected by the extra effort it takes for me to unmod him before I time him out. We can talk about rare candy. Hey, we were getting close to that topic earlier. Guys. We're gonna call this strikes 1 and 2. So try me again, dear. Try me again. I just removed the extra effort barrier. But no, so folks often, folks' palates are often initially trained. Yes, there's individual preferences and food sensitivities possibly, etc. But most of the initial training that someone's palate gets is off of, what their family does. So I should have known that this came from somewhere. I ended up staying with them for a couple nights, and oh my god. His mom, lovely lady. Or at least enough. I don't even know. She's a trip. But the thing is, his dad actually likes, his palate would be more in line with mine in terms of liking things, more, rare, not as like overwhelming a salt profile, etc. His profile's not far off of mine, but she's the one that does the cooking. And I have never seen, so she decided to do something nice and do a little bit of surf and turf for while we were there, which is fantastic, and I appreciate it. It is great. And I'm like, here, I'll help out and stuff. So it was going to be scallops and steak. I have never seen worse crimes committed against scallops, and I hope I never see that bad again. When the amount of salt that you're adding to a dish, like a pan full of something that you're like searing or whatnot, can be better measured as fractions of a cup than in like teaspoons or tablespoons. And then you overcook them to oblivion and back. You know how rubber, like have you ever found an old rubber band and how it gets like that weird sort of crusty feel and just feels like all icky and wrong, and then it sort of disintegrates and it has no structure anymore, no structural integrity, but it's just tough and stuff. Well, imagine if that had a little bit more of a structural integrity and was like nastier textured, and then imagine trying to eat that. Yeah, crusty rubber bands. Yeah, no. I don't know how she murdered these scallops that badly. And you know what? I could not believe it. I preferred the well done steak. I preferred the shoe leather steak. Because when I say well done, I don't mean the like strict definition of, you know, no pink but like still has juices in it. Oh my god. Like, I suddenly understood. I suddenly understood how you wind up with someone who has never had like a properly cooked cut of meat in their life, and why they're so twitchy about anything that isn't like charred, because it's weird, it's icky. There are some folks that I know don't stomach, like the guy that I dated after that, he had a lot of like stomach sensitivity and stuff. He really did need his meat done to at least like medium. So usually it'd wind up being, you make something like a pork tenderloin, and I would take the less well done portions of it, and he would take the more well done portions of it. That's fine, that works. Plus, it's easier than in, I got used to, as a kid, we would end up basically fighting over the rarest pieces of the meat. Do you also like your chicken well done? Ask you for a friend. Eric, how about your mom who serves dry, overcooked chicken, steamed broccoli, and plain white rice? We're just gonna put your mom in the same category as Stage's mom. Love the woman to death. She's a fantastic person, well and truly, and she really does try. I have no idea how you put a freaking, like, a piece of roast in a crock pot for like pot roast and come out with shoe leather. There's no way that this should be drying out that much when it's cooked in a liquid environment. Like, what did you do? How? What is this sorcery? Like, I don't, on the one hand, I want to know how. On the other hand, I really don't. And it's frustrating because, like, I don't like, no one likes really feeling truly judgmental. It's one thing to sit there and have that moment of, to some extent, human nature does incentivize some of the, like, being able to look down on someone else and shit. But in terms of like truly judging someone, I can understand not being able to sew worth a darn. That was almost a clever pun. To sew or knit worth a darn. That would have been a better pun. I can understand things like that. Sure, it's really nice to be able to do something like, put a button back on, or if you have a seam split on a pair of pants, being able to quickly patch that up. That's really useful stuff. I can understand, maybe there's a hole in your bedspread because, the cat pokes a hole in it with their claws and you want to patch that up. Okay, I can understand that not everyone has the skill profile to be able to do that, or the need to maintain those skills. But eating is something that you have to do to sustain existence. This is required for the perpetuation of your existence, of life, and of those in your household. How? So I'll just pay people to eat for me. It's... Heck, I know part of it is biased based off... So my mom, my maternal grandmother is passable cook, but kind of not really. Like... Okay. Yeah, stand out stream. It's okay. Like, you're not gonna... Basically, the best stuff that she makes comes out of a box. And she literally cannot bake. Like, to save her life. She cannot do it. You could give her a damn recipe and it would not happen. We're gonna do spin.stream for a sec. So, it would just, like, not happen. No. It would... Now, I know that things like baking are more precise. Like... I can get a little twitchy if I'm doing a recipe that I know and I haven't like learned to eyeball it yet. I will get very twitchy about the quantities part, especially the first time I make a recipe, because I want to make sure that I have my baseline and get it right so that I can start, and then from there I can modify it some. But you know, my mom, I know, wound up in a position before the days of Google and wondrous things like that, where she didn't really have cooking skills or baking skills or anything. Turns out that she's a pretty damn good cook and is solid baking. But that was something that she did have to acquire, you know, through, God, one of the most helpful books in existence. If you're ever at a thrift store or something and you find an old copy of The Joy of Cooking, and I'm talking like old, like, I'm trying to think of how old the one that we had is. It's old. The kind of thing where it has a substitution section is one of the coolest things about it. So substitution in baking, right? Baking, if cooking is art and some chemistry, then baking is like all chemistry and occasionally biology if you have yeast involved. So things like the pH matter, the acidity or basicity of of what you're working with matter. Because things like bread, in that case, it's yeast farting, basically, that makes it all nice, bubbly and light. But if you're talking, you're talking about things like cakes and stuff that have these distinct changes, things like brownies even, that have these distinct textural changes and stuff that happen. Alkalinity, thank you. I was just rolling with it. Thank you. Alkalinity, yes. So you have these things though, and you have chemical reactions happening. So you have to make sure that the pH is right for the reaction to occur. You have to make sure that you have enough materials for it to occur to the extent that it needs to, and you have to allow the appropriate time, temperature conditions, etc. Like, it's chemistry. Reactions, yo. So I can understand the folks struggling more with that, because technique really does matter there. Like, literally, the number of times you fold the batter can matter depending upon, what kinds of gluten chains you're looking for if you add flour. I get this. Or no, so circling back, so The Joy of Cooking, though, had this great section, substitutions, which included a lot of, like, pH-balanced baking substitutions. And awesome stuff like that. And if you're gonna do something like substitute, say you're not using cane sugar, say you're using something like molasses or honey or another variety of sugar, then being able to swap that out and make the appropriate pH adjustments, that kind of stuff is in there. It also tells you how to do things like if you like hunted and got a rabbit, how to fully prep that and clean that and all that, as well as a bunch of different varieties of fish and stuff like that. It's really cool, but it's this excellent stuff, but it's only in like the really old versions. Those are worth it. Those are cool. Those are a trip. Anywho, I've been really rambling lately. Like, I'm okay with this, I think. Maybe. Let's see. Guys, I need you to answer something for me really quickly. This is not a terribly long stream, so we have like 40 minutes left, tops. Time Rift Time Rift or what's behind door number 1, as in the big door with the hourglass out in the main area. So door number 1 would be no. Here it goes. Door number 1. Door number 1 is I'm working on backing out of this so that I can show. It is this door, the one that's been yelling at me. Door number 1. Okay, I have plural votes for door number 1. We do not have a majority at this time, so the popular no candidate has won the popular vote. Oh dear God, it's starting to be American politics. Nah. We're gonna go with there is a plurality, and unless we get a greater plurality, which looking at the room, I don't know if we're gonna get a greater plurality. We're gonna go with door number 1. Maybe? Hold up. Gotta do that. There we go. Gotta unlock the door. Pillows. I was told to do something with pillows. That could go places. So power's been restored in the bedroom. Chapter Subcon Forest is now available. Let's go. New. Yep, ice hat. So. There's a light here. Is it shining down from above, or is that... Hold up. Angles, please. Shining down from above? I think that's shining down from above. So hold up. Wait, there's a diving board. Hold on. Maximum. Boom. I still love that you can go swimming in a pile of pillows. Like, that's... There's part of me that gets giddy over the fact that that is a thing in this game. Boop. Hey! I got a shiny. Let's check this out. So door number 1, we've opened door number 1. We are going... Oh god. Subcon Forest, chapter 3. I don't know what's going on. I've been told I have not found the thing. Let's see if we can take advantage of camera shenanigans. Maybe. Whoa. Where are we? Whoa. Okay, so camera stuff gets fun sometimes. Hi. We're at the edge of the ship. So there is a thingy down there. So we're gonna jump off the diving board and aim there. Or maybe not. How do we... Can we dive down? There are more things! Wait, hold on. How are we gonna do this? Hold up. Yeah. Yeah. So that's how we dive, basically, so... Okay. No idea what we're looking for, how we're doing this. I'm trying to... I always just, like, flick it. Let's try... There we go! I have to hold the thing. There's a pillow. Achievement unlocked, pillow fort. Guys, I wasn't holding the thing. I wasn't holding the trigger. Day 7. Oh my gosh, that big penguin DJ said I could be a star. I wonder if he means like a pop star. Wait, did I have to learn how to sing? Maybe an internet star. No, a movie star. DJ Groove says he's going to take care of all that stuff. I just have to show up on set and I'm going to be famous. I can't wait. I just hope that I don't have to sing. Okay, so that's still the same. So I'm guessing that every time we do stuff, we get like diary entries or some stuff. Maybe? There's one. Why are there wine glasses down here? Little miss. Is there something you'd like to tell the class? Pillow for relaxing by the fireplace. Is there something you'd like to tell the class, dear? Because I don't think you're old enough to be drinking wine here. Kellerman, I wish me watching ads supported Kitty instead of Twitch. Oh. So one of the things that so first of all, welcome. The thing that I'm sad about is so everyone's been talking about how it used to be Amazon Prime would mean that you get ad-free viewing on Twitch as part of it. If you linked your Twitch account to your Amazon Prime account. It's one of the things that I adored about it. They stopped that, but it stops at the renewal period. So my Twitch Prime finally renewed like 4 days ago. I think I'm still in shock. Like, honestly, I don't care about any of the other freebies, things like Fortnite skins or anything like that, you know, loot boxes that they give with Amazon Prime. Literally, if I could have ad-free viewing, that would be worth every penny to me. But, rip. So there's an entry for all the regular levels. Duly noted, Air Caves. Scott, she's an alien, though. Her biology is completely hat-based. I mean, true. Twitch Amazon has enough money. So you'd think that. You'd think that, but we also live in a day and age when 15 million can go to the new CFO of Blizzard Activision, and they can turn around and lay off 800 people. Just to, you know, keep investors happy. I may or may not have feelings on that subject. But I was actually talking with my dad. My dad called at what would have been the normal stream start time. So at 6, he called me just to touch base really quick about like phone stuff. But one of the things that we ended up on is I'd asked him if he'd been aware of AOC, the congresswoman from New York who's been making a big splash. Fox News can't shut up about her, etc. Has a really great thing that's circulating around Twitter. That's a video from it was a congressional hearing regarding HR 1, which is a bill that deals the signature thing in this bill is regarding or resolution. I'm trying to remember. Terminology is hard, especially when no one's precise about it. So regarding a basically ethical standards and stuff for the executive branch. So basically, Congress has a whole bunch of congressional ethical standards and stuff that they have to abide by. But the executive doesn't have that. They don't. There's not really any ethical regulations there. So they're trying to put some in place. Seems sensible, right? Because lots of money isn't enough. Publishers need all the money. Clearly, Kelman. But I was talking with my dad briefly about that, and I'm like, if I know that he gets annoyed. He falls somewhere in the moderate range. Like he falls more conservative than me, but more in the pragmatic, he's been a small business owner sense and things like that. His experiences have been, he just wind up in a different place than mine. No problem. But I was telling him to go check that out if nothing else, because I know he gets annoyed with Mom having the talking heads on in the background all the time. It was like, just check this out if you get a chance. Like, it's a nice little, like, 5-minute, if A equals B, and B equals C, and C equals D, and D equals E, and E equals F, then A equals F, a duck is a duck. No, or rather, it's the potential to be a duck. So, I ended up talking with him briefly about that earlier, but it was funny, because I ended up delivering a line where he was like, yeah... What was the line? It was, basically, I assume that corporate entities are going to behave as if they were a narcissist. While, yes, there are corporate entities that behave in, you know, ways that are humane, that are ethical, that are sustainable in the long term, that are really positive and not treating people as disposable, little things like that. While it's fantastic if we run into those cases, because those cases do exist. I mean, heck, one of the things that's been going on, Nintendo at one point was getting crap for not having, for things not performing as well as normal, and basically was asked if they were going to do layoffs. Now, part of it does stem back to some of the differences in Japanese culture versus Western culture, or rather, I should say American culture in this particular case. The West is not, one unit, nor is Asia, sort of thing. But so the US, you have a lot of the much more short-term cycling stuff, but so you end up with this very boomer bust deal, which goes back to things like the history of things like the gold rush and all of these other things. It very much is something that's baked into the American psyche. On the other hand, if you look at the Japanese end of things, you tend towards, this is not a blanket, like, true, this is true for everyone's day. This is general trends. You tend to wind up with a less of the, oh my god, hiring frenzy in a boom state, and less, oh god, we're just laying everyone off in a bust state. They are more likely to proceed more methodically and to basically have more sustainable business practices that are focused around investing in individuals and wellness and stuff. Now, there's plenty of other issues, and this is not all companies either. There's horror stories that come out of every damn country in the world regarding working conditions. But in terms of a general principle, like, counterpoint to Nintendo, Konami. Yeah. But it shouldn't be remarkable, in my opinion, that behaving in a way that is long-term fiscally responsible, that is more robust, that is less subject to the volatility and whims of the market, that shouldn't be it shouldn't be so remarkable. It's right up there with, it shouldn't, oh my god, someone's getting paid a living wage. This should not be something that has to be celebrated. Why is this the exception to the rule? Why? So yes, we are starting to circle around to some weightier topics and societal frustrations associated with this, but now basically the point that I ended up making to my dad, though, really quickly about this was that I just assumed that corporate entities are going to behave in a manner, consistent with that of a narcissist. Me, taking advantage of others, no empathy or remorse. They only care about things that, impact them. And I'm talking the corporate entity, not just God. The question over whether corporations are people is something that absolutely it bothers me. But that's outside the scope of this. For now. But so words, things, stuff. Come on, kitty, pick up the conversational train. But no, basically, if these corporations were like that cousin or something, I would have already. Shit, can I disown them? Like, they sure as shit wouldn't get an invitation to a wedding. No, I don't have to invite this into my life. Now, I would never deal with this. I would never put up with this. Yet somehow we're okay with this, except not. No. I'm gonna go into the thing. I'm bad. No, it's I need to remember, because if I'm just off the cuff talking about things like this that are frustrating me, there's something that I need to go and brush up on in terms of economic principles. To the forest! Specifically regarding optimal outcomes for groups of individuals, you know, acting in a given interest. For some reason, Nash equilibrium comes to mind. I don't know if that's the right concept, and I want to double check. So it's you glitchy McGlitch face. Welcome to your favorite area. No more bonking against walls while diving. Wait, a beam attack. We need 300 coins. So inventory like changes is random. So we need to get 300 shinies. I want to fire my laser, damn it. So we've got spooky flames. This is like so Halloween Town and Wonderland had a kid. That's the vibe I'm getting thus far. Wonderland meets Halloween Town. Okay, stepping on the spiny thing doesn't hurt us. There's just... Okay, there's a cute little room. Looks cozy. That's fairly accurate. Oh dear. I just figured out... I have my next stream title for this game. Beware! So, we spooked someone? Hey, no spook. He's just leading us deeper into this so that we get stuck. He's basically having us follow the fairy lights. We are gonna get DED dead somehow. Yep. Hi. There we go. Found the right button. I was pressing like everything on my controller except the right button. Maybe? Is this? There we go. I don't know if what I did matters. This is Halloween. Fool! You get to live because I have a fetch quest and I'm lazy.
That's right. The old one got himself killed.
Oh, no.
Now I need a new town boy.
No?
So tell you what, I've got a piece of paper here. Don't worry about the details. I just need you to sign right here at the bottom.
I don't trust this, but there's... Is he gonna start talking to me if I refuse? Somehow? No, this is the only way out. Oh, hey dude, you need to use better paper. I hereby totally agree to do this Snatcher dude's dirty work. And also absolve him of all injuries I most likely sustain from this work. Something I'll give, or also I'll give up my soul. No, does that taker? Or no, take backsies. That was a pain to read. Oh god. So, contract. Clean out the subcon well. Find subcon village. Murder the spirits. Clean the subcon well. I'll be keeping the following hostage. Your soul! Keep anything you find on the way. So we need to find the village, murder the spirits, clean the well.
That seals the deal. We're in business. You just spoke this real quick.
You feel exceedingly empty inside. This just reminds me, so one of the things when you're feeling like really down, or like whether it's depression, anxiety, whatever the heck mechanism is in play, but when you're in just one of those shitty places and stuff just feels hollow. One of the things that I've, and this also dovetails with like imposter syndrome problems, is the I've described it as the feeling of being like a two-dimensional cardboard cutout of oneself. For some reason, this is making me think of that description.
Whoops. Guess this soul belongs to me. Don't worry though. If you finish your toast quickly, you'll have your soul back real soon. And don't you
Whoopsie poopsie! Scott! I don't know why that just... Whoopsie poopsie! Pardon me, I need a drink of water while I get my composure. Oopsie boopsie. That might be another stream title. I don't know. Okay, so that's your soulless killing machine. I have a challenge for you guys. I think I hear Stage talking to like to friends in the other room. So I have a challenge for you guys. We're gonna see if he's paying any attention. That's your command. How many boops is it gonna take? This is why we can't have nice things, is it? So, 1 boop, ha ha ha. 2 boop, ha ha ha. 3 boop, ha ha ha. Oh, hi. Hey, dear. So... there's a bunch of air swimmers. What? What's this? So... I have no idea what we're doing. No idea what we're... Oop. Let's try this again. I'm guessing maybe throw it at the dude's eye? Maybe? I don't know. Dear God. Son, you need help. Let's try... I mean, I could always just try the grand old solution of blow it up, which does not appear to be the solution. Oh. What? What? It's a cherry bomb! So his legs are all entwined over this. So I need to not screw this up. Oh. Oh! Okay. First I thought it didn't work. So we got a thing? Dweller mask yarn. This is some spooky yarn. It requires 12 yarn to stitch. So... no, I need, no, wrong. Maybe? Oh! Rift tokens. I should use those at some point. What is the brain there. Hats. Oh, I'm one short! I'm one short! I'm one short. This feels like something. I don't know, maybe? Oh wait, I have to hold the damn thing. Okay, nope. Just me being suspicious of everything. I'm gonna get so lost in here, guys. No, golden glow is... Nope. There we go. There. Yeah! Oh, and I still need to buy the thing from the dude. Yeah, we're just casually grave robbing now. I do want to confirm that, Kitty's a grave robber. This game does things to me. May the booms and stabbities live on forever. I don't remember. I think it was like 300 that we needed. That's okay, you don't have a soul, so it's not your fault. I found the village. I need another ball of yarn. Those are walls. Whee! Okay, sliding downhill is fun. Heck it, literal grave robber. Yeah, not one of my proudest moments. On the upside, I can tell you that, yeah, old Uncle Earl says hi. So, hold on. What's that? That's a block of ice. Let's try our known solutions to this kind of thing. There's a crack in the side of it. So, I guess we're just going for the bigger booms. Which means we have a cherry bomb. So there is one over there. Okay, cool. That said, I have to platform. Oh no. No. Rip. Whoa. Rip. We give this one more try and then we find some health. Oh no! Yes! Cool. We got it. Hey guys, we got it. Foxy. It's one spooky mask. Press trigger to see the world through a dweller's eyes. What does this mean? Whoa. What? What? I have no idea what the heck is going on. So we have another cherry bomb situation. Except where's a convenient deuterino? I'm so lost and I'm so okay with this. Whee! Oh, achievement, slip and slide. We did the thing, guys. We did the Chivo. So how do we... Is something to do with those? No. Why do we need the spoopy green vision? Or, wait. Is it... What to do with this crap? Okay, I have no idea what this hat does, guys. No. He's like a weeble wobble. So... Open a thing.
I'll borrow you real quick.
What are we even doing? Huh? There's... I have no idea what we do with that, so... There's a trail? Maybe that has something to do with it? I have no idea. We're gonna see if we can check out the end of that trail before...
Why, hello there! You didn't forget about
This voice actor is perfect.
What's up? You working on any contractual obligations lately? You better be. Remember our little deal? Check it out! Those incredibly annoying fire spirits are sitting right there. Their little dance is creating these incredibly annoying barriers that stop me from getting the parts of my forest. It's almost like...
Yeah, the mafia is...
put an end to me.
There's a dude who's running away from the painting.
Dispose of them. I don't care how you do it, as long as they suffer for entering my domain. Anyways, back to work, trooper. This isn't a vacation, and I'm getting impatient.
Oh dear. So let's... So... In order to get that boomy thing... Oh! The key is the mushroom. Got it. Got it. I figured it out. Maybe? Throw this over there. Oh god. What have I done? Did I just... Okay. No! Aiming is not my strong suit in this. In the slightest. We got the thingy. Ice yarn. So we gotten that. There's a ring thing up there that I still don't know what to like do about. We don't know how to deal with those. I tried walking up to it when I had the foxy mask on and it wasn't activated. I don't know what this is. I don't know what that's for. So there's plenty of hearts around. It's for being foxy. Okay, so... Okay. We can, I think, get up here? Yeah. And we get here. I have no idea what we do with Is that a bird brain in there?
You'll come with me.
There's a bird brain. So what happens? What? Whoa.
We want to die. Yay! We want to burn bright and then burn out. Become a cloud of smoke. Our bonfire needs more fuel. Only the finest paintings will do.
Oh dear.
Can you help us?
Yay! Has anyone gotten around to informing them of the strict no dying policy? Something tells me that they are, that they haven't gotten that memo.
Come with me.
I'm just saying. Sneaking suspicion.
I'll borrow you real quick.
Oh. No, 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 no. Eh?
One burn.
Dude. Does that mean that burning that's gonna burn him alive? What the heck?
You need to find the fire spirits to break this wall.
Yo, I did not sign up for this level of morbidity cropping up right here, right now. What the heck?
Badges are totally in right now.
We don't have enough for a beam attack yet. Dear Lord. I don't know what I expected. Yo, wait, that's Glitchy McGlitchface.
You'll come with me.
I stand by my earlier description of this level. These foxes are so damn creepy. I was gonna comment originally when we first like came across, oh, cute foxes, and like comment on them being cute, but no, we went way past the realm of cute. Wait, nope, we landed firmly in Creepy Town. Very firmly in Creepy Town. So I have no idea where this is going, what we're gonna find here. But, okay, so there's a lantern here. Does this do anything for me? No. No! Wait, hold up, there's a spider up there? Hold up. No, what was the button? What was the button? What was the button? I don't know if they're in range. Nope. I think it was the X button, so I just wasn't in range. So hold on, let's check this out. This is a little interesting. What do we have here? I have no idea what's going on with me. Clearly, I did not get enough sleep last night. I mean, yes, I've mentioned that, but in terms of just definite symptoms of, oh dear God, Kitty needs to get some freaking sleep tonight, I think we're there. Which probably means that, quick question, is there autosave during levels? Or is it only at the end of levels? That will determine what I do in terms of pacing here. Oh. At the end. Dang it. Okay. So, we're gonna be less exhaustive for the moment. Except, I want 300 jewels. Ah! I need 300 shinies. Ah! 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 The Subcon Forest is so big. I bonked. You're gonna have fun. Oh dear. You mean I'm going to get horrendously lost in the woods? Forever. Like that's what I'm hearing, Air Caves. There's a shiny back there. Okay, so that's a present that we're gonna get once we do this. I left the easy one for last. Oh, nope, 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 nope. I can't throw. There we go. The only thing I do is throw this game. What?
Don't go giving bodies to any upset spirits, kid.
Don't go giving bodies to any upset spirits. Is that what we're doing? Oh god! The body of, or the innards of the fruit are sometimes called flesh. Don't go giving a body to upset spirits.
Maybe you could break the ice with them for us. These dwellers are
Moo! Do I have a thing that shows what relics I have? Hold up. Yeah. So we got a couple of those relics. So a cow and a UFO. This is just a trip. Bet you weren't expecting an area in a game like this. Yeah, Air Gibbs, yeah. So whoosh, whoosh go the fires. Murder the spirits, dear God. This is ridiculous. No, we turned them into ketchup.
There's more of these pests around my farm.
Gosh.
I need you to take care of every single one. Next on your to-do list, clean up the Subcon well. That's right, you're a plumber now.
Does this mean I get to unionize? Or that there's a union I can join? I want, 15-minute breaks every hour. I want, fair pay. I want paid family leave. Not that I'm ever gonna need it, but paid family leave. I want plenty of sick days, vacation time. Maybe it means you can get a hat that possesses people. Ooh. Now the problem is, even if I end up unionizing and stuff, at that point he promotes me to like a manager, and suddenly like I'm not covered under that somehow because reasons. Oh no. He thinks I can multitask. Get me something from the manor. Enter the manor, find out what's in the attic. That's Act 4. Deliver packages to 10 minions. For Act 5. We're gonna open up Act 4, I guess. I appreciate that you have to scroll down to it. I forgot lunch breaks, damn it. Okay. So I'm just looking for if there's anything like immediately obvious in terms of things that, because that's usually end of area. I'm just looking if there's anything that.
You could break the ice with them.
I think we're just going for the thing though. Because right, I need to wrap up. So we are a foxy lady now. Somehow at the ripe old age of whatever, 5 or 6. I don't know. Gosh. Go to the diary to end stream. KK. I've been told to go to the diary to end stream. Magus, you came home at the perfect time, except we did discover this earlier. Or rather, I remembered when we finally got into this room. But I was failing spot checks and was told to keep looking. No, wrong mask. Dang it. Or not mask. Hat. Wow. Words. That said, we do have a scooter. The scooter is awesome. Okay. So, where that light is. There we go. Date. Oh, what is this place? There's spiders and ghosts and a big creepy grinning... Excuse me. Person? Thing? They said they were gonna kill me, but then maybe signed some paper instead? And I think he took my soul or something? Say what? Okay. I like the panda bear there. No. I do have to wrap up. Yeah, I know I need to go pass out, otherwise I'd go and find it for you. Actually, hold on. Give me a sec, I can maybe get you approximate timestamp. Maybe? Maybe? Hold on. That's Disney princess stuff. The upsides of chatbot. Much more history on chat. Just before there. Where we go? I'll DM you an approximate timestamp in a few minutes, Magus. Unless you're feeling like watching the whole thing. Not to be presumptuous. Nah, so... Today's been fantastic. For all that we went... How did I end up just, like, wandering around different topics again? It wasn't a just chatting stream, but we did a lot of talking. Next time, we need to, like, crack the whip and get me to be gaming more. Or possibly, I'm contemplating... So, I don't like moving streams super, super early. Especially since, you know, Wednesday evening streams have been a huge, like, one of the main streams for me for, like, over a year at this point. However, I'm at a point where, especially with the lighting profile in my setup, I need to make sure that I'm able to fall asleep at some point. So I have to push ending time earlier, which means, do I keep the same start time, or do I keep pushing it a little earlier? I don't think that we're going to be moving to an earlier time yet, but I'm thinking that in the long term, I might have this time slot creep towards starting at like 5 p.m. Eastern. I am not certain yet. This is something I'm still figuring out, but it's more just so that you guys have a heads up. As to like what I'm sort of generally looking at. Let's see. We have a vote for rating Naki. That is the Serpent's Tail. We can do that. He's, cries in Deviant, hunting monsters in, Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate. I think that's a good raid for today. And we'll do the raid. I'm trying to think of what's good. Are we gonna do a raid message? There's a few... What's something good that came up today? What is... this is what we're gonna do for a, What boss did we face? We did not face a boss today. No. We're gonna go with... That's the raid message. Ditto equals prettiest princess. Add whatever emotes you like to that. But that is the core of the message. So, let me think. So, on Friday we're gonna be getting back to Antechamber, and I really, like, for realsies mean it. I mean, I am setting everything up so that the dear God, if something gets in the way of that, I will scream. I have puzzle solutions that have been kicking in my head for 2 weeks at this point. God damn it! I also want to make Euclid jokes. Hi, I'm not a nerd. Oh yeah, I just realized I never mentioned the Nintendo Direct stuff. The things I'm most excited for, Super Mario Maker 2, but I was talking about that a bunch earlier in the stream. Tetris 99, oddly enough. The Tetris Attack games are generally a good bet, right? But the games for me always end too fast. I never thought that, like, a Battle Royale idea with a Tetris Attack thing would be something that I would be intrigued in my life, but being presented with it, I plan on checking that out. And I'm also just shamelessly giddy over the fact, I don't even care if it turns into, like, Hogwarts, the tactical RPG. I want to be able to play a Fire Emblem, damn it. Things being on the 3DS has been bad for me. It leaves me hankering for these series and just going, I want to play! So, I'm excited that I get... Yeah, I'm looking forward to being able to play, you know, mainline Pokemon stuff as well, because we have a Switch. I can play things again. So, nah. It's good stuff. It's also funny because I usually don't get super hyped over, like, AAA titles or the equivalents, whatever. I don't even know how you classify stuff with Nintendo stuff. It's really easy to look at, like, the console stuff, the other consoles, and see, oh, that's a AAA game, oh, that's not. But the line seems a little fuzzier for me with Nintendo. I figure their mainline titles are basically up there, but, like, I don't know. It seems like comparing apples and oranges sometimes. But, no, I'm usually not the sort of person to go like, oh my god, drop all my money on release. There's a couple things coming up that I will be saving up for and allocating for. Yeah, so we are going to go over and raid Naki. That is the Serpent's Tail. He's a mod around here. He's fantastic. I think a bunch of you guys have met him. He's freaking awesome duderino. I think he's also got a new podcast that he's working on. I believe it's NPC non-player character? Trying to remember. But that's an upcoming thing, but you didn't hear it from me. So, nah. In any case, thank you guys so much. I walked in feeling pretty tired today, and knowing that we were going to stream and have a fun time, but I feel better than I thought I was going to. And that's got a lot to do with you guys. Thank you. Nah. You guys are all awesome. I know I say it every damn time, but just because the words come up all the time doesn't mean that they are not heartfelt. Nah. We're gonna bring the love on over to Serpent's Tail's stream. We are declaring that Ditto Chu is the prettiest princess as our raid message. And gosh, you guys are the best. Hope to see you guys Friday, if I don't see you Friday. Next week we are going to be back to the Witness. I promise it's not going to be a just chatting stream in the guise of a Witness stream. I think that's going to be Tuesday. Because I have thoroughly been reminded of why I stopped streaming on Mondays. I think we're just going to go back to the Tuesday slot. And nah, it's so Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday next week. Screw it, you guys know the deal. Let's just send the love on over. We get that, let's see. Gosh. Raid the serpent's tail. I'm a slow typist, don't mind me. Hopefully I did that right. Aha! Nah. Thank you guys so much. Have a great night. If I don't see you before the weekend, have a great weekend. And take care.